ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to a brand new episode with the Side of Chaos. It's Patricio, a.k.a. Rocky, as always, to the left of me or to the right of me. I can't even know directionals right now because
don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. All right,
don't worry about it. Let's just do it.
The saltiest of salties, the salty.
I am the reason why people are extra salty on Friday. That's cum. That's what I was talking about.
The one and only.
Cum.
Jesus, yeah, that's incredible.
Yep. Go straight to it. Cum.
Cummiest.
It's the gooeyest of cum. I ate my Wheaties.
But yes, welcome to a brand new episode. This is usually we do like a one guest kind of thing, but I kind of went a little crazy with the booking this week, and I invited one person, and then I'm like, well, he hasn't responded back. Let me get another person. Well, that person hasn't responded back. Let me get another person. Then at the same fucking time, within a span of like 2 or 3 hours, all three of you guys like, yo, I'm in. Like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's fucking do a panel tonight. Let's have some fun.
All right. That sounds nice.
Shit. So on tonight's episode, we have a spectrum of people. Okay?
Spectrum. Wow. Do they all have autism, or is it just one of them that has autism?
Why does spectrum?
I'm just special.
That's fair. I did not want to judge, but why do we have people on the spectrum on the show?
Well, I mean, it's fun. The spectrum is always fun.
Okay. Did they all sign the NDA that we can make fun of them and their retardation?
I sent it to them via email and everything about 5 hours ago, and it said if you do not sign it by 6:55, you are screwed.
Okay. Did you guys all see the injunction we sent via email?
All I got is a beer.
They got alcohol, so they're on board. Okay, they signed the consent form when they started drinking.
I thought you was one of us. Take one to no one.
And that's Eddy K, everybody. Eddy K is in the building. That's our black comedian for the evening.
What's up?
And go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us what you do.
Okay, so my name is Eddy K. I'm a hellified barber. I also make dope ass music. But I'm best known for making motherfuckers laugh at Will, because that shit is funny as shit to me, too.
Why are we laughing at Will? What did Will do?
Nah, we laugh
you're Will in this scenario.
We laugh at Will because I told y'all to.
Okay.
Okay.
Bang!
I respect it.
Catch you on the stage at Will's Pub tonight, hanging with Will?
Nah. We're going to be at Uncle Lou's tonight. Starting at 10.
Huh?
Yeah, because it's my birthday shindig. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're going to start at 10. And then we're going to party at least until 12 till my actual birthday. Count that motherfucker down.
So this is birthday eve for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this is birthday week.
It is
birthday month, my nigga.
Clearly you did
been
not
2
understand.
days into the month, bro.
So what?
So July 3rd into the 5th is Eddie's at least prime time of birthday fun.
You goddamn right, because you got to think about it. It's me.
And
then next day it's America. So I always get that day off too and shit. And then don't nobody want to do shit on the 5th and they let a motherfucker recover. I get 2 fucked up.
No, that's when you have the barbecue.
In a row. Yeah, but that's the recovery barbecue where you eat all the good greasy shit to help you like not be fucked up and have a headache, my nigga.
So
yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. We need to have the 5th as the day of rest after barbecuing and Eddie party.
So real quick,
goddamn right.
Real
make
quick,
it a fucking holiday.
Real quick, I've been invited, uninvited, and invited again to the barbecue. Is that a good thing?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Long as you ended on invited.
Okay.
As long as you don't come empty-handed, motherfucker.
I will make
don't
sure.
Don't come to Black People Barbecue empty-handed. We gonna wash the shit out your plate. Motherfucker. You can't get no big piece of chicken. You ain't bring shit.
So let me ask you.
And don't bring chips or a bag of ice or no motherfucking sodas neither. We on to that bullshit.
Okay. Let's do this.
Better bring a dish.
What is the standard for the barbecue? Let's say you invite.
Before we continue, let's introduce the rest of our guests.
My bad.
The talking stick goes on to you. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Erica O'Connor. I'm a founder and CEO of Vótano Industries.
Vótano Industries, right there.
Hey.
Vótano.
Vótano Industries.
Vótano.
Oh, got
it. It's a Greek word that means herb.
Herb. Oh, okay. I'm following now.
Yeah.
I'm currently on it,
I feel like she was about to say motherfucker at the end of that, describing it to you.
My Atlanta. No, sir.
No.
You know what? I got a guy that says that shit. My homeboy Drew says that. That's dope. Oh, my Atlanta. That's funny as shit.
I'm glad I put a smile on your face.
That's what's up.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. Hey.
Us Geminis, we got,
Don't start with that shit.
No.
Don't start with that shit.
That's okay.
I'm all about it.
All right. You're on black, right?
Then they cut our ass off. That's fucked up.
Just don't press number 69.
Number 6. Next 69. I just hit Eddie's mic.
And then we pass the talking stick on to you. Go ahead, sir, and introduce yourself.
I'm Daniel.
Hi, Daniel. How are you today?
I'm wonderful.
Fantastic.
Thank you for having me. I'm the one who knows people's darkest secrets, as I mentioned before.
Excellent.
I know everything about what you're doing online.
My O face is going to be public, so I don't really care. So let's just move forward. Let's work together.
You want to know?
No, I'm in business with what you do. I'm just better at it right now.
You want to know some wild shit, though? Why this nigga?
I extort the people who pay you.
I'm not allowed to do that. A very relaxed Arnold Schwarzenegger, though.
Yes.
Aww.
Don't he though? Like he sound like real relaxed Arnold. Don't he?
Can you tell me?
Tell everybody get in the chopper.
No.
No, what I want to ask you is how is Jamie Lee Curtis?
Hot.
Excellent.
Yeah, True Lies and shit. How
Yeah,
Jamie,
yeah.
bro?
In True Lies. Hot.
Yes.
I
still love that damn
How
scene.
is that one lady we only see in Terminator?
Linda Hamilton. Hot. With a gun.
With a gun. Yeah.
You just described every James Bond 70s fetish right there.
Pretty much
In a
right
fucking
there.
nutshell.
Pretty much
Hold
right
on,
there. But you know what?
let me
Eddie
get in
did bring
the
up a valid point. All right, and this is something that I love how you were trying to cut out Daniel. Here, I got you.
I got you. I'm trying.
Where are you going?
Boom. I'm trying to like.
I got
See,
you.
look, now I'm out.
Yeah,
scooted
that
down?
means you need to progress. Oh, yeah,
There you
she's bringing you in, buddy.
I'm with it.
You have to guide children
Yes.
sometimes.
No. Oh, Eddie, stand up for yourself. What are you going to do?
I'm
I think I'm
grown.
The
over
My
the same
Lanta.
height.
You just got my Lanta.
Nah, I did got my lantern.
I think
but
we're
you know
the
what?
same height.
I'm ooh, bet.
I want to see that.
Uh-oh.
You're tiny
I'm
people.
bigger than you. Sit your little ass down.
You're tiny people.
What you
Right
talking
there.
about? I'm grown out here.
This
I'm
is so
35
funny.
today.
That means we're not going to take anything you guys say seriously now. That's amazing.
Fuck y'all. On behalf of all the Lollipop kids. On behalf of all the Lollipop kids and the Oompa Loompas, fuck all
That's
y'all.
what you should bring.
You know
to
what?
the-
Can both of y'all start singing?
Eddie, I'll bring the residents that you want at Grumpy's tonight to come over to Lou's tonight if you don't be nice to me, all right?
But I will say this.
Oh.
I will say this to the both of y'all.
You say be nice? Oh, what money? Be nice? Okay.
I will say
I'm
this
just
to
More
the,
people at my shit? I'm with it.
I'm going to say this to the both of you guys. Congratulations on all your latest success. I'm so proud of y'all
Thank you.
because that song Into the Thick of It has been going through.
You stupid as fuck.
Y'all just I feel so suffered.
Hey, you stupid as fuck. I seen it coming. I like the setup.
Yeah, because your
I know,
right?
eyes were like, oh my God, you're going to say something nice.
And then,
You
I'm
need to
watching.
just set yourself up for failure
You wanna
here
know
and
what
then
the-
have fun based upon
you
that.
want to know
little,
what the most fucked
Dude,
up
yeah,
part of that
dude,
is?
Yes. There's
I
nothing
can
good
Feel the
that
smile on her face without looking at her face. I could feel that smile on her face.
you can
Oh.
you can feel me telling you to turn the fucking phone off in the middle of
you
a
really
Are
podcast.
you
gonna
really
go?
going to answer a
Baby,
call?
I gotta
Already
call you
happened.
back, G. It's a podcast, bro.
Yeah, live on it.
Come to the show, though, bro. It's a podcast. I'm gonna hit you right back into the podcast.
Yeah, it's at a law firm. Promise, no one will talk. He's only here snitching.
Bitch, fuck you, nigga. Ain't no snitch in my blood, bitch.
Oh my God.
We actually got a shout
Man,
out.
I'm
We got a
fucking
shout out
with
from we got a shout out from WJR's himself, Super Dave, right there, saying I'm taller than both of y'all. Dig it.
Oh,
Hey,
that sounds
Super
like
Dave.
What's the
competition
measurement
over
of tall
here.
dude?
Hey, Super Dave.
How tall is he?
So what? You ugly, you stupid bitch.
He
Yeah.
knows where the
I
law
mean,
firm is
isn't
at. His
I think he would be
I don't give
considered
a
as a
fuck.
guilt, right? He would be a guilt.
Tell that nigga pull up. It's my birthday.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to tell you something in true tact. Super Dave is a friend. You don't want to make an enemy over there because he was just in front of like 28,000 people introducing Taking Back Sunday, which still makes my dick inverted. But you know that's the truth.
Wait,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not shitting on him like fuck him.
I think of
Oh.
Taking Back Sunday. I'm like, ooh.
I'm not shitting on Super
Like a-
Dave like fuck him. Have you ever heard me speak to my closest friends? That was the
Yeah,
lightest
you
he
talked
got.
to me last night, dude.
Exactly. That's the lightest that nigga got. Super Dave lucky as fuck.
I don't think he.
I don't
has-
know what the fuck he look like, but I bet you if that motherfucker had a beard, I'd be like, bitch, you got a beard just to hide the fact you ugly. Now you just ugly with a beard, you stupid son of a bitch. I talk shit to all my friends,
Yeah,
my nigga.
Dave's proper response. Put it on the screen. Okay.
Whenever
Uh,
Dave got a response, that's cool, Dave. I'm with the smoke today, and I'm with
He
the shit,
gave you
Dave.
an emoji just to extra solidify. Fuck you. Eddie.
Exactly. Exactly.
That was character.
Ah, that nigga gave me the emoji.
But no, going back to what you
You said
said.
fuck you too. Hold on, Dave. I got 2 fingers.
This is what
This
happens
is
when
the
you have
area.
a
He's a
panel.
wise man. Well, Dave, let's sit down and talk business then, my nigga. Shit. Let's network, motherfucker.
Yeah, you're gonna do real well on the
Shit.
radio. That last statement alone will get you kicked off of every radio station, and even the urban one.
I thought this was a fucking podcast. I thought you could say what the fuck you want on the podcast. And every time I see niggas on Charlemagne and them shit, they be cussing on the fucking radio. Y'all ain't got the bleeper. I know these motherfuckers. Yeah, you ain't no motherfucking radio station if you ain't got the bleeper. You supposed to be prepared for this. They supposed to shoot that shit on delay so they can cut all the fucked up shit I say out and put the best parts. They ain't no fucking real radio station. That's how they do. Super Dave. Super Dave. Don't get sensitive.
He's talking.
Don't come for me unless I send for you, Super Dave. But if you really want to do work, Super Dave, I'm all about networking and shit, Super Dave. But I ain't gonna kiss nobody's ass.
Check out all our.
I let my marriage speak. We can work,
Eddie,
baby.
Eddie,
Check out all our previous
I have been
episodes on
fucking with you
iHeartRadio.
since you got here.
I know, but I'm about the shit, nigga. You know I'm time. Do you know? Yo, you know
We got
I'm
an
all
hour
real
20. We can
time.
cover it all.
Time.
If you're
When I
my
say
real-
time, that means I'm
Oh,
time enough for whatever the fuck.
Oh, okay.
I'm with the
Does
shit.
your mouth hurt?
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
It keeps moving, just
You
like
right?
mine. We've got jaw lock or something. It's forever though.
Hey,
You're doing a great job.
I'm a comedian.
I know. It's what we do.
But no,
Yeah.
I will say
I don't
this to
need
you,
no
Eddie.
Botox.
I saw your set this past Tuesday at Grumpy's, and motherfucker, you had us cracking up from beginning to end. But I will say this: afterwards, after the comedy sets that hosted by Leslie Joe there at Grumpy's Underground, they did karaoke, and then your dumbass.
Oh my God.
I remember.
Hey, I had the fucking best
everyone
karaoke
here. Everyone
performance
here.
there.
Have y'all seen the show Big Mouth?
Shit,
Yeah,
Big Mouth.
No.
on
Okay.
Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix.
that's that shit.
Listen, I'm working.
It's a comic. It's like
Hell yeah,
For
it's
kids.
about puberty
Okay.
and shit.
I mean, it's
it's a dope ass.
It's for
What
big
is
it?
kids.
it's like for big kids, like for
Big
teacher.
Mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Put that on your queue right now. Put that on your queue.
Shit, son.
But there was an
good.
episode where the black kid lifts up his arm and shows the mixed girl his knob. He's like, "Well, I'm going to a real party, so I can go full black today." And he turns the knob to full black. And I swear to you, the second you went up, you went from full black to country ass motherfucking cracker right there because you went full out country with the accent
'Cause that
line
shit is
dancing
fucking fun.
and
Yeah,
all.
you look like you were complaining at the customer service at Cracker Barrel. That is what the fuck you were
Goddamn
doing.
right, 'cause some bitches fucked my order up. How hard is it to make a goddamn casserole?
Oh, sausage gravy. How come?
Did
Why?
you even season the shit? All I taste is salt and pepper. You know how fun it is to talk like that?
Yeah, I
At
bet.
that
I bet.
level, and then people be turning around and expecting to see a redneck, and it's my black ass. That is the most fun shit in the world.
I think that would be hot though.
My nigga, that is so fucking.
I'll be like accents.
And it's been
Hello.
So I need to talk all day long in this case if it's accents
Be
that you like.
Hold on, I can be British too. You know.
Oh yeah. You're like,
uh,
Daniel.
Daniel-
He just
Daniel's
went,
like, no.
he just went
No.
Idris Elba on all of us right there.
So now if I talk like
He just gave us the European nope of approval.
It's not, hey, if I talk like a Brit, does it make you Randy?
My
That
God.
was good.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Goddamn! But no, we brought. I want. Let me start all over. There we go.
Okay.
I'm resetting myself. Myself
Okay.
because fucking
Yeah.
Eddie has me rolling right now, and I
He
fucking
throws
love
you
it.
off,
Thank you
yes.
very much, Eddie.
Yeah.
But no, a lot has happened this week in the world of entertainment.
Is
and
this
just,
whole segment what had happened was the entire show edition? Because I can live there.
okay? Let's do
I
it.
can live there tonight.
So
Everything's horse shit, so let's continue.
I want to talk about something that just like caught me by surprise this week. And the thing is, like, I stay off of the news for like a day or two, and then I come back on Facebook and YouTube, and because I don't have cable at the house, I'll just whatever's on Facebook, I'll confirm that with YouTube. Okay, this actually happened. Moving forward,
You're saving some money.
yeah.
That's what
So-
you consider news.
Checking source.
Tell me, Daniel. Go ahead. Get
No,
on it.
no. Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh,
You're good.
oh, you're gonna get critiqued.
I really
Don't
am.
worry.
No, it's just It's just a question.
Yeah, what are you? What are
Where you get your news from is your problem.
Right, right. I read CNN once, and I learned about Ashley Madison, so I went to Reddit. And then I became a 4chan forefather.
But no, the
And then I realized there was 2chan.
the thing that got me off like by surprise this week was Bill Cosby.
Ah.
I love how both y'all's faces just went like 0 to 60 right there, and Daniel was like, "So."
Yeah, got out of jail, so
Yeah.
should he rot there?
I know that he did.
Now I understand why you
There's a bunch
chose
of
this
memes.
panel. Okay. Each of them shares the mutual interest in how this would be hilarious, oppressing, or I don't care. You know, like all of those just fit. I mean, I could have gave you that. Go ahead, guys. Tell me what you feel about Bill Clinton. Excuse me. Bill Clinton will be in there soon enough.
Yeah, exactly.
He shouldn't though.
No. Okay, anyways,
Okay,
back,
so
back.
I'll ask you, Daniel. I'll ask you, Daniel, for the one who cares the least about this topic right there. Like, what were your thoughts on Bill Cosby's release?
Why?
It's
that easy. I don't get it. Like, why do you like? I don't know why he's out.
You don't know why he's
Why
out.
is
I
he-
understand.
What was the
I
reason why
under-
he was out? What was it?
Because
Wasn't it
It's like good
technicality?
behavior.
No,
Good behavior.
it was no.
Do you know why he's in there?
I know why he's in.
Okay,
and that's why I'm asking why he's out.
Goddamn place.
Hold on, wait, what?
It's a technicality. He was never supposed
Yeah.
to be prosecuted for the shit in the first fucking place.
Exactly.
Had
Exactly.
to
Yeah.
deal back then, been in the 80s and shit.
Mhm.
But that makes me ask though. All right, so it's like two sides of that shit. I kind of want to hear your opinion because like I know
He's
I'm
nervous.
No,
I
I'm
mean-
not at all. I know I'm gonna have a polarized
I mean-
view, and I just don't give a fuck, and I just want to see her response.
How many women came up?
That
I think it was
matter.
like 50, right?
That doesn't
Or-
Yeah.
47.
It was like-
40.
It was a
It was like
substantial
That
substantial
doesn't
amount.
matter.
So I'm sorry, like
That
Ho-
doesn't
ho-
matter.
ho- ho- let him say his part, then we're gonna
Because,
pass
like-
talking stick over to you.
If we're talking about court of law, right?
But we're not.
Exactly. Like even now, still fuck that shit. Where's the proof?
You know what?
Like
Okay,
testimony
go
is
ahead,
one
please.
thing, right? But that's he say, she say. Where's the proof?
was
Now,
there
if
any
it's proven-
DNA?
Now, if it's proven and that shit is what it is, then that nigga skated like the greatest heist in history. And fuck y'all.
Oh, Jason.
I don't give a fuck. No, OJ didn't. Fuck off. Dr. Fauci made the fucking COVID vaccine, released that shit, and I made the COVID vaccine, made the COVID thing, released that shit. It's known, and this nigga's still not going to trial. Dr. Fauci. Let's not keep talking about black people like that, ma'am.
Well, no. I'm gonna go to different people.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm not for or against.
Okay.
I don't know the facts. I was not there.
Mhm.
I don't sit there and be like, oh, he did. He didn't even go to fucking trial. There was no due process.
No, it
You
was.
know what I'm saying?
It
So,
was.
like, yeah, just because a bunch of people said that shit, like, remember the Salem witch hunts and shit? See, like,
Into the
I
mic.
like the relationship to people.
Into the mic.
Oh, I like the relationship to people, like, on their level, too, right? Because, like, you're a woman, right? You're probably obviously a feminist, but remember the Salem witch hunts? Remember how the fuck
Don't
they used...
stereotype.
I'm not
I'm a Gemini,
stereotyping.
remember. I can't. I have
Are
my
you
good
or are you
April.
not a feminist?
Huh?
Are you or are you not a feminist?
I don't even know what that means.
All right, well, regardless, you still
Are you
care about... Are you a feminist?
I'm sorry. Like,
Nah, but, like,
if
do you
he's
care
guilty,
about...
he should have stayed in there.
But this is what I'm saying. If
50
he's
women
guilty...
come up and
See,
everything.
that's the
proof.
thing, though. If he's guilty...
You touch my ass and I tell the police right now, I bet you.
Stop hitting the table.
I'm sorry. He got me heated now.
Why? Because I asked for proof?
What proof
All
do
right.
you need?
What the fuck you mean?
So I understand.
You know how much proof I've
Obviously, he
seen.
caught a deal in the 80s. That led him to go from the 80s.
But this
all
my whole
this
thing
time.
that nobody considers. That is Bill fucking Cosby. You know how famous and rich he was?
I watched.
He
He
his
don't gotta
shows
put
all
nobody
the
to sleep
time.
the fuck.
Let me ask you a question.
Let's
question.
go back to
What
Arnold
happened?
Schwarzenegger, who had the relationship with the ugliest woman on the fucking planet
Oh my god.
and had a kid with her. And that dude is rich as fuck.
Arnold a freak. What the fuck?
Sorry, like, don't
do
tell me
Arnold.
here
Don't
anything
do
about he's
Arnold.
rich and had all the options. It doesn't have to pay
Look,
for
don't
sex
do
or
your
anything.
hyper cousin like that just because
No, I'm not. I'm
Just
not.
because Arnold a freak. Don't do your hyper cousin like that. That is not nice. And I'm not defending Bill Cosby. Like I said, all I'm saying is...
Into the mic.
I'm not defending Bill Cosby. All I'm saying is if he's
that
guilty, but we have to prove it. We
Mm.
have to
All
prove
right.
it.
So
So
50 women coming up.
all right.
50
sworn
women have to
oath,
So right now,
That's not a... But still. But
sworn
where did
oath,
he
and
get
he
tried?
got out. He got out on a technicality
But
in the 80s.
when did he
There
get
should be some
tried?
type of like legality against that. You know how there's like a what is it for?
Statute of limitations.
There you go. Perfect.
Yes. Well, no, the
That's
rule.
statute of limitations.
Well,
too.
Well, technically, if we're going by the
Well-
conception, the idea that we're going by the statute of limitations, the crime happened within a period of time. After that point of time, the evidence no longer remains. It is no longer a case whatsoever.
But
and that's what the statute of limitations, unless
If
new
there's
evidence is
witnesses-
provided.
There's witnesses.
You see what I'm
sworn
saying?
Well,
witnesses.
But, like-
I need to stop everyone right there because the statute of limitations applies to certain crimes. However, there is no limit on the statute of limitations when it comes to a case sexual battery or minors. Anything that has to do with sexual battery
know
or
that. I
minors, the
thought
statute
there
of
was.
limitations is
There's
infinite.
not.
So, like, yeah,
That's
I've been involved in cases
right.
where a child was allegedly touched at about 5 or 6, and then came forth when they were 17.
They remembered and they realized
Exactly
what happened.
Exactly. And I watched the entire trial because we were hired for that one. Not this firm, it was a different firm. And I'm not going to talk about the results of that case, but yeah, it was intense because being able to hear testimony from people that had to remember shit from God knows how long ago. Look, if you did something that you shouldn't have done, all right, and it catches up to you, I'm not talking as a legal assistant. I'm not talking as a worker of a law firm. I'm talking as a goddamn human being. If you violated someone or touched someone in a way without their consent or force yourself upon them, I'm sorry, motherfucker, you gotta pay. Now, yes, you were absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I was not there. You weren't there. No one in this room was there to witness, to testify, to confirm, nor deny the accusations that were there.
I understand where you're coming from too. When you feel
And
like
I'm not a feminist. I'm actually vice president of STEADY, which is bringing awareness to sex trafficking. Also,
You can talk a little louder to the mic.
all right, that's cool because I'm down with like fuck sex trafficking too. But my whole point, before we start dehumanizing somebody and carrying somebody without
there's no
whole fact,
dehumanizing.
but this what I'm saying, right?
Taking
Because like,
responsibility of your actions.
but this what I'm saying though, right?
Keep thinking.
Where is the proof? Testimony is one thing, right? But where is actual proof? There can be DNA evidence from back then and shit like that. They've been doing DNA evidence. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yo, like, I'm not like, oh, he didn't do it neither. You see what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
you gotta come from a
you
woman's
have to
point of
prove-
view.
Okay,
Dude, that takes a lot
okay.
of
I'm not, but
courage.
like, yo, I'm like, I'm looking
pause,
at it like,
pause. Okay, so I see it from both angles. All right, so let me try to simplify it. Eddie's saying, due to the fact that Bill Cosby did not get due justice through a full court, full trial and whatnot, he was still awaiting trial or he's still awaiting something. He did not complete the process. The jury was split. So it doesn't. So technically, he's still in like limbo. And then there was some kind of evidence that overturned that, and that's why he was released. Am I understanding the course correctly?
You're understanding.
I'm not
Yeah.
doubting. I'm
You
not.
paid someone to forge documents.
I'm not saying that none of that is not
Like,
true.
what the
But see,
fuck
that's
is
what I'm
that?
saying though. Like, and that's why I don't try to go into it with closed-minded people in the sense of like, you gotta understand it from a woman's point of view. I do understand it from a woman's point of view. That shit is fucked up. But I also understand it from a point of view that is bigger than all that shit.
Yeah, there's no.
Whereas
no
though,
hard
like, if he can
evidence.
pay somebody off to get that shit overturned, then can't somebody be capable of paying a bunch of people to make a testimony
But it happens all the
and
time.
a consistent
too.
testimony?
Yeah,
and it
true,
does happen all the
true,
time. So,
yeah.
so
Either
don't
way,
blame
both-
me for
both
being
ways go.
neutral.
So-
you feel I'm coming
so-
from?
so let me-
I'm not blaming
Yeah,
you.
because you talking about I don't understand it. Like, I do understand it. I'm just saying, like, being neutral though.
You just,
I
you
don't
just
know
need to
what the
come
fuck.
off a little bit more sensitive.
So this is where I'm
Man,
gonna.
I'm
Your
not
news feed is not
unsensitive
Facebook
in the
or YouTube,
beginning.
correct?
but
But
not
see-
calling me a feminist.
So let's pause you guys real quick. Let's
That's all that was.
Let's pause you guys real quick because we're talking about the due process and the justice system here in the States. Now, Daniel, I wanted to bring you in because we've had some crazy conversations since we first met. We've talked different views, whether it's politics, religion, building a chicken coop together because you needed a Mexican. It's all good. But
Oh my
Yeah, we share some history.
yeah. And
Were you the Mexican?
yes.
It was
thought you were
me.
Puerto Rican.
You had to ask.
I thought you were Dominican. God damn
Oh,
it.
fuck you. But
Sorry. It's
but
a different one every week.
Because he's dark.
You
right?
you
It's
come
El Salvadorian, right?
you're from Europe. You over there they're different. There's different due process. There's
Romania, actually.
yeah,
Romania.
that's why I
Born
said
Romania. Yeah, born
Oh,
Romania
wow.
and moved to Germany when I was 12. So I made kind of like two identities there.
Ah.
European
He's
identities.
with the Russians.
This motherfucker's a spy.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
motherfucker is a whole spy. Stop playing
Proof?
with him.
Proof?
Oh! Nice. That was
I
too
like
good.
that.
Daniel,
I like that.
how much do I have to dig?
Said I got
Eddie, I'm on your side. How much do I have to dig, Daniel?
It's a question of money.
But
hey.
I'm not after money.
Peace offering.
But let me ask you this, Daniel. From the outside, you being in this country for quite a while, reset. But you being in this country for quite a while, having a better understanding of the process here in the States, how would this have been handled in Europe?
Ooh, yes.
Definitely differently. 100% differently.
How
Like,
so?
First of all, like jury trials are not a very common thing. So it's not like it's
Really?
a judge who makes a decision, not the jury. Like we barely, like there are some countries in Europe because each country has its own law and so on. Like there's still very, very regional differences, but we barely have jury trials. We have a judge who decides by law who's right or wrong. So in this case, potentially, he might not have been accused actually back then when he first got accused because maybe there was not enough evidence to find him guilty. So actually that situation might have not even come up that he might have ended up in jail if there's not enough proof to find him evidently guilty.
Then it just comes down to the public's court of opinion. You know what I mean? And that's the
And that's
problem
where a
that we
jury
have.
is always a bias. Although you say it's unbiased because you have so many people voting and whatever, there is a biased aspect to it.
So here's the thing. I am going to say my piece on this, and I'm going to see how it reciprocates with the panel. Is that cool? You guys want to do that for a moment?
Yes.
All right. I believe that everyone should be accountable to whatever crime or thing that they are accused of doing, and I think oversight by a bunch of overzealous white men back in the 1800s who thought up law in general are not exactly the reference that we should keep as the general basis of historical analysis moving forward at all. So I understand. So maybe we should review the laws on what is considered, bail processes and people being overturned and being held accountable about actions, even in public opinion. Because no matter what way you think about this, maybe Bill Clinton. Why do I keep saying Bill Clinton?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You must feel
Okay,
like
Bill.
Obsession right there.
No, I
Because
saw.
of
You must feel like
I
Bill
was-
Clinton did some shit.
Or you love him. We don't know.
Yo,
I'm fucking-
There
I
are
think you must
two
feel like Bill
rules.
Clinton did
Yo,
some
I'm
Eddie,
all about Bill
Eddie,
Clinton.
there are two rules in media, and I'm going to tell you them both now.
Bet.
One, I need to stop saying the word Clinton so fucking much.
Okay.
And two, I might get Epsteined, and I didn't even do anything
Oh my
wrong.
God.
Okay,
This
so
nigga said Clinton and Epstein. in the same
Because
sentence. Shit.
Hillary-
And I did it too. Fuck.
but anyway,
Fuck.
I'm not saying that.
all right,
This nigga's like The Ring. Everybody watching this show gonna die in 7 days.
oh,
No,
man.
I'm a joke. It's a joke. It's a
Hold
joke.
on.
It's a joke.
So let me
You bringing all that Santeria up in here?
Yo, I brought it to
let me ask you a question. So
Did you really spray shit?
Yeah, I did. That's
was
fun.
this the version of burning
Lemon and
shade?
eucalyptus.
That was the aura.
CBD.
That was the protective aura. Like,
Yeah.
let the
Yep.
CBD protect
Let the
me.
cannabis.
the bad juju.
Yes.
Do you have any sage to burn
At home.
at home?
Yes. With my crystals.
Well, we need to go to Pat's house and burn a lot of sage.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, he needs a cleansing.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Whole in cleanse. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh my god. I know. Oh, I know.
I
So,
do have a question for you.
Bill
though,
Cosby, why?
about the European, like the laws down there. As far as, do they have laws based or surrounded around sex trafficking? Because
we have this thing.
I'm quite sure they do.
Hold on.
Well, it's a legal thing.
What?
If you perform it in specific locales that have a permission for it.
okay, so
And
that's
they have
not
to pay
considered-
taxes on it.
Okay, so
It's a real
legalized-
job. It's a real
legalized
job.
Prostitution.
Slavery.
Legalized
More-
prostitution.
yes.
Sex worker
As long as
out
you,
there.
exactly, you have specific
That's
locations.
Not slavery, though.
No,
That's
no,
not
no.
slavery
No.
because
They have to
it's
pay
consensual.
taxes on it.
It's
Eddie,
consensual.
no. This is you're
Yes,
you're.
me and
I
you
know
are
what you're
gonna-
thinking. Just pause for a moment, okay?
Now, I'm not thinking about like black people. I'm thinking like in a sense of like, hold up. He said sex trafficking.
No.
So now I have
These
to-
are
There
two
is-
separate
I need
things.
more
These are two
understanding.
separate.
It's
Okay,
a
these are-
term, but
Yeah.
it's not
These
sex
are two
trafficking.
separate
You're not selling
things.
people.
Oh, like
Yeah.
when the
So-
people,
so-
like when the
so
hookers
real quick-
fucking
Right.
Vegas.
Okay, yeah.
Real quick. Let's hear these two go for it.
Yes.
Yeah, you two have the floor. You two have the
Okay.
floor.
Yes. So
I mean, there are locales that have a permission, a
brothels and
license.
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That have
And
a
the-
license.
And the workers have cards and
Exactly.
everything.
Legalized
It's like it's
prostitution.
a job.
Yeah,
You check
it is
in,
a job.
you check out, you pay
Yeah.
taxes,
And everything is consensual with that.
and of course, yes.
So, like, what happens if something starts that
Oh,
line
did I mention health insurance that the state is paying for you?
for sex
Holy
workers.
shit.
in
For
Europe.
anyone, because
Right.
it's Europe, it's how it works. They have mandatory health insurance for everyone paid by the state through the taxes of everyone who contributes.
And since
This
that
is
is
the
a working
Bernie Sanders.
industry,
This is what we were
Yeah.
talking about.
Exactly.
Huh.
So you're
That's
covered.
working.
and
elsewhere.
and the laws protect the
Damn,
sex
people ain't-
workers
yeah,
in Europe
motherfuckers want to
too.
try to act like Bernie
Again,
crazy.
countries are each
Each
country, but yes,
country is
there are countries
For
where
a
it's
majority
yeah,
of
exactly.
it.
The
Most
more you
of-
go, the more you go east in Europe, the more it gets tolerated, allowed, accepted, whatever you want to go. Like the more you go east in Europe towards
Yeah.
Russia,
Okay.
like you go
Yes.
from you start in Germany, that's kind of like the soft border where it starts to get accepted, and you have the Netherlands and the very west on the other
Of
hand. But then
course.
you go to Czech Republic, Poland, and Hungary that has the biggest porn industry actually on the other hand. Like people either go in that
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
nah, they be,
Hungary.
or the opposite,
they
you
be
know.
fucking over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, or and then the more you go, like mentioned, then to Romania, to Ukraine, to
Huh.
Russia,
The
it gets
more
even
you
more.
go-
Are the
be-
laws are the laws public in Europe?
Yeah,
Fucking
I didn't
just
mean to cut
say
you
it.
off.
No, you're
Did you get
fine.
mad?
But your concern in where you market your interest on educating and stuff, okay? Like the entire business that you have a model of is telling women about like helping move forward. Is that some of the stuff that you
so
work on?
maybe I never elaborated
Yeah,
on what Steady
fill us
is.
in.
So
Phil.
Steady is a 501c3 nonprofit.
Okay.
My husband, Paul O'Connor, is actually the president
Okay.
of the nonprofit. So what we're trying to do is,
That's dope.
we're focused. Steady is an acronym. Please, I'm gonna get it right. It's for Sex Trafficking, Exploitation, and Abuse Dismantling Incorporated. So
Okay.
basically, what we're trying to do in Orange County is to kind of, you kind of have to take baby steps. So spreading awareness, educating the girls. We're trying to set regulations to protect workers and trying to, more educating in the commissionaries, and the mayors and stuff like that.
Right.
So tweaking regulations. There's no regulations surrounded around Rachel's, Diamond Club, Cleo's,
Right, okay, yeah.
and everything like that to protect the women,
Mhm. I see.
and stuff. Because there's a lot of rapes, that abuse, that goes on and
Yeah.
everything. I'm pretty sure this law firm has
So-
tons of cases.
So in a way, you're kind of like unionizing the girls in a way, even privatizing it at the moment. I'm not saying you are, but I like almost creating
So
an
my husband's
education.
beginning a security business.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Surrounding this type of industry, the
Right.
nightlife.
but
So-
only because they're not protected by the law and by the state
Well,
themselves, because there's
really-
nothing.
There's no laws
Right.
and regulations surrounding around any type of industry. So you got to talk with the business, the professional regulation, and stuff like that.
And if you really look at the industry, I mean, everything that you've like seen in movies always plays out a certain way. I mean, you look at the movies in the early '90s that show around Atlanta and the sex thing. Like, if you know Atlanta, they're known for their strip clubs.
Oh yeah.
Same thing like with
Definitely.
Miami. The
But
reason
where are the laws protecting those girls?
it's even further than that, because the people who I'm not saying anything negative about the people who own these establishments, but usually in hindsight, they're not exactly happy places where they're coming from. So having that, like having a little extra protection around the girls specifically makes me even more proud. Because if you drive down to OBT right now, those girls are fake. They are not wanting to be there. That is
Yeah.
a last ditch effort to get the fuck out of town.
But
Right.
that's yes, and
I-
it's sad.
I know
because
my
that's
city.
the type
I know
of
my city.
environment.
Hell yeah, it's
Well,
like
no,
it's
it-
all about the club. You see what I'm saying? Like,
It's
like
that
I feel where
nightlife.
you coming from, and like to give you like say perspective on your research when you try to approach this situation, right? I feel where you coming from. You would have to get all of the strip clubs on board, and then you would have to get somebody to like police
Advocate.
them.
It's very
Not
hard.
a
Not
represent-
police
because
them,
well,
all
not
the-
police them,
No.
but like
all the
just
strip
make
clubs
sure that
are
they're
owned
adhering to
by
the like
one
like
owner.
a state board, like what
And
Bob
they
has got a
own
state board. You get what I'm
5,
saying?
Yeah.
6, 7 strip clubs.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
those clubs that you see down OBT,
Yeah, it's all
they're
the same.
all owned by one person.
Yeah.
All right, but see, one person that's dope, right?
So,
But I'm talking
so
about
is that person working with your organization all about any of the facilitating about this stuff?
I can't disclose.
Oh, understood.
those
Is there
right
like a
now.
mutual talks going on?
There
or anything?
have been conversations
Okay,
for the
cool.
past 8 months.
Understood. That's good though.
So
I mean,
you'd be surprised, how what the legalities surrounded around the strip clubs, the adult entertainment, however you want to call it. But the owners and everything, they want to protect their women.
Right.
You know, because that's their money maker.
That's their
Yeah.
investment.
Yeah.
That's their investment.
So it's like they're
But they
very-
don't do it for them as humans to give them a better life. They do it because it's their investment and their money.
And
Well,
you have
hey,
a lot of girls.
it's just like
You
a
have
pimp.
At the same
Just
time,
like
at the same time, you got to understand. Let's go back, and I'm throwing this really, really back. I'm going back to 1776. All right, and I'm going back to even to the point when the establishment of this country, people left Europe, and I'm not bashing in any way, shape, or form, but I'm saying the group left Europe to escape tyranny, oppression, and persecution. They did not want to be ruled under a tyrant. They came to this country because they had new ideas, new ways of establishing a government so everyone could be treated equally. However, in the process of over 200 and plus years, I'm not doing the math, from 1706 until now, we've lost track. We've lost
because
track.
capitalism.
Not only capitalism.
That's it. No,
Boom.
Actually,
That's
no, you're
it.
absolutely right.
that's
Yeah,
it.
no,
Because when
you
you
nailed
started
it.
seeing value, you took away human value, and you saw a means to make an extra buck beyond the
Who
process.
takes away human value?
No, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
the company
Are you
owners.
serious?
The idea of
no,
seeing
pause right there. Pause right there. I'm going to
People
add
that
to you, and I'm
sell
going to give you
cigarettes
back.
to people that and cigarettes make them
We
die.
put a value. We put a price on human life.
Yeah, we absolutely do.
100% of the establishment of this country.
Yeah.
The African American was considered 1/3 of a person. They put a value on sect of
You're
people.
being generous.
Well, you know what I mean. They,
That's so
yeah.
sweet.
in the
What
What about the
founding
Mexicans?
in the
They're
founding
still
of this
fucking-
country, no.
They
We
put
thought you
together
were
charcoals.
Indians in the beginning. I'm sorry. Racist people thought you guys were Indians south of the border of Texas.
Pretty much.
You were not white, and then we had
about
6 or
Mexicans.
7 different kinds of tribes that existed south of the Mexican border. We had name any of them that you can name today,
do you
other
mean?
than Aztecs. Like what
Mayans.
other tribes?
Mohicans, Mayans. Yep.
Mayans. Yep. Mohicans were Texas, but
They're
But that's-
Tainos from Puerto Rico, actually.
that's cool. I didn't know that either. So
Yeah.
you learn something new every day. But that's what I'm saying. Like when we put like you were gonna say something. Go ahead. I'm gonna give it back to
No.
you.
That was basically it. That when you had said about putting value on a person, no, we
Right.
definitely actually did. It was basically by the color of your skin was how much of a man you actually were.
Yeah.
And
So
then I'm giving the stick back to you.
that's
But don't
very
forget
cool.
that this started back in Europe already far earlier than
Yes.
Yeah, because
that. I mean, slavery was an accepted status years and years ago when they started to actually go into Africa, go into Asia, and everyone they found they colonized and suppressed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a concept from Europe for years.
That's what they.
That's
why everybody calls white people colonizers.
Yeah, well, it's not only white people. It is
It's not-
specifically British people in the early 1800s.
Specifically.
Specifically the Brits.
Specifically the Brits.
The people from the Netherlands
French.
are far Portuguese were also
The
like
Portuguese.
not so much better. It's
Spain.
like,
The Spaniards,
Portugal,
Yes.
Anybody who had boats were bad guys, okay?
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I mean,
The
but
only people who ain't fuck with Africa like that I know of is like the Vikings, and they were too busy fucking with all the other white people.
Yeah.
Badasses.
Let the
Yeah.
French
We're getting
or
drunk.
something.
that
The Vikings
Think of a
fucking up
life, man.
everybody.
You-
Talk about the
fuck with
Mexicans,
Rome,
though.
dog. Like,
What
they was
happened?
Like, nah, bitch,
You
you
heard
taking
about-
that shit too. Like, the Vikings was. I like them niggas.
Right?
Did you hear about Mexico
What's up?
legalizing weed?
Hell yeah.
nice.
Might as well. You
I
know,
wonder
when
how the
they make-
Mexican cartel are going to feel
No,
about that.
they don't
No,
care.
I was about to
They
say-
don't care.
I was about to say.
Well,
they-
I don't know.
No, listen. The
Hey,
only way that shit-
Cocaine and trafficking are all that matter to the country.
well, think about this. Think about this.
California
Fuck this.
doesn't care about
Fuck
weed
that.
anymore.
Listen what I'm telling you. This one I'm telling you good.
The
As
shrooms
much
are coming in.
control as
Sorry.
I
That's
feel
next.
like the goddamn cartel got over there, they worked the deal out.
You think so?
Them niggas is like,
Oh,
all right,
they probably
government,
does.
all right, government, you finally came with a deal that we feel like fucking with you niggas on. Thanks for even more control of you niggas. All right.
All right.
We'll let you
Where do I
legalize
sign?
this
But,
shit.
but think about
Here's-
this: the majority of the money and income that comes into the cartel is money from not Mexico.
I'm hip, but
That's
still, understand what I'm saying though. It's like if you, my bad, like I'm about to talk like gang shit, like not
I know,
gang shit,
and I am too.
What is it?
Okay, so all right.
Where's
so,
my TikTok video?
like, gangster shit, like
Ready?
old school gangster shit. Remember Al Capone and them?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Remember the stranglehold they had on fucking Chicago?
Yes.
It wasn't just illegal. They also had
Into the
businesses and
microphone,
shit.
into the microphone.
It wasn't just illegal. They also had businesses and shit too. Motherfucking
speakeasies.
like exactly. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
The
laundering
original
money and things of
speakeasies.
that nature. What if these motherfuckers cut this deal? Because that's another way to launder money.
Okay.
Legitimately.
Oh, facts.
You did what I'm
Hey,
saying?
so-
Like, yo, these motherfuckers made a deal.
Oh,
So-
he said the two no names, didn't he? So he's really going down tonight.
Oh yeah.
These bitches gotta find me. I ain't gonna die for it on my birthday.
So
Actually, you did plug your
What-
birthday.
You better go to
I
South
did.
Street
Maybe.
or
Hey,
something.
what is? But
Uncle
shit,
Lou's.
Just know I ain't. Hey,
10
just
p.m.
know I ain't
tonight.
there.
Yo,
Just
you
know
go
I
to
ain't there
South
by
Street.
myself.
and
Just know I ain't
you'll
there by
disappear.
myself.
1016 North
I
Mills
got-
Avenue.
I got. Put it this way. If anybody think about it, I got 40 friends. 40 friends.
Mm.
That's 80
Waiting
odds.
on somebody with the smoke too. Okay, I'm not going out on my birthday. Fuck off. Shoot the shit out of bitch ass nigga and a secret agent.
You know,
America.
you chose a
America.
venue. You chose a venue appropriate for this action.
I'm a smart
did.
man, Aaron. I'm a smart
He
man.
chose a
Give me
Jamaican
help,
pool
everybody.
hall for this birthday
A
party.
Jamaican pool hall that plays more Spanish music than anything.
And punk
It's the
metal.
island
We didn't
music.
request it because a lot of Puerto Ricans hang out there. And Uncle Lou's fuck everybody.
Dude, I love Uncle Lou's.
Really?
I saw my
Hell
okay.
yeah, Uncle Lou's is that shit.
Let's
I'm
bounce.
Puerto Rican and Costa Rican.
So here's the interesting thing. When you study things as a journalist early on, you start to know names like Sonoa Cartel, and then you start looking at kind of all the interesting things that they talk about. Cocaine is all that the Sonoa Cartel cares
What,
about.
goodie bags?
Huh? Yeah. So when pot was legalized in California, Mexico doesn't give a shit about distributing weed except for their own people. That's how weed works with the cartels. It's just like going to your friend Kyle's house and buying a dime bag and leaving. That's
Or at least
all
I
fucking.
can get like a certificate of analysis when I get mine.
I mean, you can test the
Who's
purity
Kyle?
of anyone's Well, Kyle would be your drug dealer.
I know.
Kyle might.
I need to know Kyle.
No, Daniel,
No.
Daniel, are you my drug dealer and we just have never met? I mean, Pat.
Yo, you're
Pat,
right.
is
I'm
this-
getting some
I'm not
nice
touching
stuff.
that one. I am not.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You do legal stuff. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm legal.
You're legal.
Yeah, my
too.
legal stuff smells great.
Hey.
Yeah, I
My
know. I
battery
gave it to
died.
you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
like
got
that guy.
a late bloomer.
You are. It's a Gemini thing.
Oh,
It's a-
Air 5.
Y'all stupid.
But no.
All right.
Let's pick.
I'm good right now.
Let's
Thank you. though.
let's pick up to where.
Oh, yeah. What's up? Let's
You-
take a break.
You want to take a break?
Let's take a 10-minute break.
You want to take a 10-minute break?
Damn,
Let's
like
do
5
it.
minutes.
Well, dude, if I wish you would have told me that so I could have the puppy video ready to go.
I
but give
don't
me-
give a fuck about your puppy video.
Well, I
That's
gotta
why
get the
I'm
puppy
not that
video
far
ready.
from-
Destiny shall be
I'm a little
mine.
pussycat radio.
Is it working?
What's wrong with puppies and shit? What's up with the puppies?
Hold on, I'm about
My
to.
sound effect doesn't work, and I'm very sad.
I know, I'm very
That's
happy
fucked
about
up,
that.
bro.
I am very.
God damn it! I lied.
So stand by as I'm getting this ready because I need to make sure this is good to go. Okay, so we're about to go to break. We're gonna take a 10-minute break.
Oh, break!
I haven't hit break yet.
We're still.
We're getting there. Time.
So yeah, we're gonna take a 10-minute break, guys.
10-minute break.
Jesus Christ, we'll be right back.
Beer needs to find
Yay!
So just walk outside.
Oh my god.
Hey, where the bell?
Beer needs to get out.
Where the bell?
Oh,
Here, watch this.
oh. Yeah, I got tired of sucking in my stomach the whole time. I'm
All right, it's 7. I mean, it's 7 o'clock, so 7:10. Get up, buddy.
Good girl. Good girl. If you're happy and you know it, do a spin. If you're happy and you know it, do a spin. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, do a spin.
What do you do? You scare him?
I'm so sorry.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, no, we're gonna cut it in about 15-20.
That'll work.
All right.
And I still get over there.
Exactly.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
Broken strings.
You're going to Broken first. I'm going to. I gotta do Leslie's thing.
I would do Leslie's, but it's kind of far.
And there's also
It's worth it for me. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
worth the run.
Kick ass, kick ass.
Worth the look.
I was going to go to Broken.
I wasn't aware that something like this
Tell DJ I love him.
We're trying.
initiatives, you know, like to
Leslie's joint
Well,
ain't
it's-
bad,
work
but
it's
that
like-
shit-
I mean, I assumed in Nevada I would expect initiatives like this
Give me
because it's
people
very
that-
common and very popular,
give me
and
people
partially,
that like
I
fuck.
think is it legal in Nevada in the meantime?
I just know
Las
like
Vegas.
in Las
I know
Vegas,
Broken
yeah.
Strings is
Yeah.
quite-
So I-
well, no,
that's why I
And
wasn't-
then particulars.
Yeah.
Like,
We have similar, like
yeah.
some cities have even
It's like
more
down the
rules
street
than
from me.
others. Like
All
it's
right.
more
So
popular and
as
not,
we're coming
I
back,
just like
I need everyone to
I need to
reset.
get your snap before.
I need everyone to reset because I'm gonna play a commercial. I'm gonna
Yeah.
play a commercial
Oh, I
that
snapped.
Not the EBT. I need your snap.
yeah.
oh, is it Bill Clinton speaking?
Everyone
Nobody
reset.
might
It's Bill Clinton. Yeah.
Everyone reset.
Bill
Everyone
Clinton
just-
suicide.
oh,
Epstein.
reset.
Bomb threats.
Reset.
You just got pinged by the government.
You didn't
Yeah.
even tell me to put
Yo,
my headphones
I said
on.
reset.
Listen.
Research.
All
It
right.
has use. I promise.
So what I'm gonna play right now is the new ad from Budweiser. All right, for I almost said 420 for July 4th. All right,
It's like we're
Yo, we're
And-
getting lit on
and-
420, July 4th, y'all.
and before I play this, I want to ask everybody: has everyone in this room seen the movie Independence Day?
Fuck yeah.
The first or the second?
The first one.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna play the commercial right now, and everyone just be quiet and just listen to Mr. Bill Pullman.
Good afternoon. In less than a week, we hope to fire up our grills and launch one of the biggest 4th of July celebrations in the history of the United States. The United States. Those words have new meaning for us all today. And whether you drive a pickup or a hybrid, you live in the heartland or on the coast, or whether you pronounce it America or Murica, we're all Americans. Seldom on the same page, but reading from the same book. On holidays, anyway. Perhaps it's fate that this 4th of July, we gotta once again come together to lend a hand to those less fortunate whose fate still lies in the balance. We're fighting for freedom for all, not from alien invaders. From
Why not?
separation, from being cooped up while baking bread and ignoring basic hygiene. The time has come for us to get fresh, gather the crew, and eat veggie and meat burgers till we sweat. And then let's work together towards a future where everyone can come to the party. And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will fill the sky with so much light and freedom, this thing will rue the day it ever messed with us. Together, we celebrate our Independence Day.
I just came. That was so much America.
Go for it, America.
Wow.
So
I don't think we'll get Warner Brothers for playing their commercial. I don't think we'll get Warner Brothers, but
yeah. So here's the thing.
Warner
I
Brothers.
just saw that commercial last night, and I'll tell you what. That shit made me cry because let's go back to the movie Independence Day just for a little bit.
I'm even more confused.
well, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that
Why is he crying?
Just said he
It's a softie
cried.
with movies.
No, think about this. Tell me any other presidential speech from a movie that is more inspiring, more heart-filling than President Whitmore's speech in Independence Day. I challenge you that right now. Is there any other speech from a fictional president that's better than Bill Pullman's speech in that movie?
Donald Trump
I wish
pre-Capitol riot.
pre-capital.
He has a point.
You've been trumped.
I have.
I feel like standing up, pissing on everything, and leaving because I just won the podcast.
But no,
I did that, bitch.
all right,
that.
so
Close it
watching
down.
that commercial right there, let me ask you, Miss Gemini, what'd you think about that commercial right there?
It's straight.
Miss Straight? What about you, Eddie? How'd you feel about that commercial right there?
America.
I feel it. He's stupid as fuck. No,
I say it for him.
I like America. I love America.
America is.
No, but
Aaron, what about you, man? How'd you feel about that commercial?
Oh,
I ain't say what I
the America pulsing through my American veins is amazing.
this nigga was scared to say
I-
that you from the hood though. Like, why you couldn't represent the hood too, bitch? We wouldn't have thought it was racist.
Yeah.
we
I was actually gonna say something.
we
but I
tried
got
to
a
get
little
Will
scared.
Smith
Nah.
to
Was
have
there,
you
like,
guys
one
be represented,
black
but it
person
didn't
in
work
that
out.
commercial?
No, it was like
Was
three.
it-
It was like
There
Or
was
three.
Denzel, of
I
course.
counted. It was
Denzel.
three black people.
Okay. Because maybe I missed it.
No, it
when
was
I
like three.
drinking.
Into the
Three
microphone.
token niggas.
Okay.
All right.
I
was just
And
asking
then you
if there was
couldn't even
one
shout
black
the hood out.
person.
If you got
I
three
mean-
token niggas and one's in a
Mm.
polo and the other two is nicely dressed girls,
Hold up.
you can
Hold
shout
up.
out the motherfucking hood Budweiser.
Hold up.
It's niggas in the hood drink Budweiser.
Eddie,
All
Eddie.
the crackheads drink Budweiser.
Eddie, the star of that movie is a black man named Will Smith. Shut the fuck up.
And where the fuck was Will Smith? And where the fuck
Exactly.
was Will Smith?
That
Too
part.
expensive.
Will
Too
Smith did not answer the
expensive.
email.
Exactly.
Will
Oh my God.
Don't you tell me.
Jazzy
didn't
Jeff
answer
wouldn't
the
even be able to
Will-
afford
Will-
it. But
Will
Only white
Smith.
people answer
My
emails.
nigga. I don't want to hear that. How long Budweiser been open? Them bitches could afford Will Smith for the fuck commercial. He just
Does
ain't
he
want to do
answer?
the
Do
shit.
you answer emails?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
That's probably why Will Smith.
So, and I've already.
Eddie K is now the.
You're welcome.
Uh,
I'll be making an appearance at
you
Louis
won
Kitchen
the
tonight.
podcast award for the next
Uncle
5
Lou,
minutes.
Uncle Lou.
Uncle Louis, my bad.
All right. And I've already expressed how that commercial felt for me because
That was
that
awesome.
is Independence Day is one of my favorite movies
Where
of
did
all
you
time.
cry?
Huh?
Where did you cry?
Why did you?
Daniel.
No, where? What part?
What part?
My bad. I think I yelled that.
The speech itself. I know
motivated
I
him.
know that speech from beginning to end. Believe me, I've seen that movie so many times. I know President Whitmore's speech from I can quote that entire movie from beginning to end. But now I'm bringing in the huge spectrum right here, which is Daniel. Daniel throwing in the outside European opinion, and I want to get your view
Of America.
Oh, you bloody Americans!
I like how you went straight for bloody.
Yeah, you
I
bloody.
mean your accent was British already.
I would like to hear his opinion.
Go for it, Daniel.
Shut up, Eddie.
Yeah.
I think using the presidential status for a beer advert is genius. Overall, you would never see anything like imagine an Angela Merkel,
I would love to see that.
an actor playing her role,
Yeah.
and then doing a beer advert in Germany. By the way, because beer is a religion, don't forget that. Like, this is where the shit came from. So
Hey.
you don't need to advert it in Germany. That's why we don't have shit like this, because we don't need to advert our beer. Everybody drinks it. It doesn't matter. You can buy it with 14 in the supermarket.
Puny Americans and your shitty beer.
We don't need to advertise for beer, first of all.
I suppose we could change the
It
entire
said they got it in the
podcast.
bag right
How
there.
is German IPAs? I'm really curious.
Yeah,
'cause all of the-
exactly.
yeah.
Unfiltered beer is not a terminology because it's
UFO,
not beer.
yes, unfiltered Hefeweizens, yes.
Yeah, we don't have.
I like unfiltered beer. It
Well,
has so
This
much
nigga
more
said
flavor.
Filament.
My eyes raised.
Still got
I might
That didn't make your eyes red, Eddie. Shut up.
Nah, raised. Raised.
It's a white beer.
I know.
Right.
It's
no,
his
the
country
weed make my
accent.
eyes raised. No, man, red. Fuck you.
It's okay.
Okay then.
It's okay.
But,
But I
but
wanna-
just
But-
getting
let,
back,
let Daniel finish. Let Daniel finish. Go ahead.
So,
the advert addresses the country very well,
yes,
very well.
Yeah.
just like
and
that
it's
movie did.
representing everything people laugh about outside of the U.S. about the U.S.
That's
Damn.
funny as fuck.
Is because our patronage can be summed up to a
I
beer
like that,
commercial.
nigga.
I mean,
So-
it
I like
depicts,
that.
doesn't it depict exactly what white trash is, though?
In America, there is a man
No.
sitting in a trailer in a desert in Las Vegas right now, wondering if he's ever going to get a shower again. And Bill Pullman is telling him a speech from sometime in the
1997.
1997, and he gets that warm thing in his cockles all over again and becomes an America, and then goes and joins Border Patrol. So let's,
Hey, hell
It's
yeah.
Mexicans, correct?
Go Bronze Border Patrol to shoot some shit. About
Yo,
Chicken Mountain.
yo, the cartel gave us an
Oh my
RPG
God.
this
I'll
week.
drink a Mountain
We're gonna blow some shit up.
Dew. 2-liter Mountain Dew at that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Goddamn
2 later
right.
mountain. This joke wrote itself.
It,
I
it-
told you.
it really did, and I hope you took notes, man, because you're probably gonna forget
That
it.
is- they
that-
literally are
My
just
nigga
picking.
Salty Killer.
What did you just say? Wait, salty killers?
I said my
What?
nigga Salty
I
Killer. That's
like.
his
I'm a
joke,
salty
man.
killer. I like that.
Hell
That's
yeah.
my new
It's
name. I'm
okay.
going to
Salty
sign up at the
Killer.
mics. A salty killer.
And
He's
Patricia,
gonna change his
one more
whole
thing.
Go
You
for
gotta
it. Go
come to
for
my
it.
open mic and do that shit. I'm
Go-
a Salty Killer.
Patriotism has a gigantic stigma.
Yes.
Oh, by all
It is.
means. By all
please,
means.
Hold on.
please
Hold on,
tell
hold on.
us more.
Yeah, please. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Please.
No, I'm not. That's it. I just
So where are you from again?
Yeah. So because of course you know how horrible Germany was.
Yeah, there are a
50-ish
couple
years
books, couple
ago.
movies.
Yeah.
Although they have killed lesser Jews than American Indians. But nevertheless,
Facts.
patriotism got its stigma, of course. And if you're proud of your country, everybody looks at you like you're a lunatic.
Yeah.
So you're
Is
not
that the
allowed-
is that really
really?
how Germany feels about itself? It's like resents itself for being itself.
More or less, it's. I think they're not proud of what happened.
Right,
They're
right.
ashamed. They're not proud.
I have
Right.
a question.
Russia
And
didn't
and
care.
just wanna
They're
avoid
like,
it. I think it's more about avoiding it at any cost that will ever happen again. And then seeing the Trump situation here was
Yeah.
everyone over there was reminded, oh my holy fucking shit,
Yes.
this is how Adolf got to power
yep.
50 years ago.
Yeah.
So everybody's just like, how are these
Facts,
guys
bro.
in the States not realizing that this guy is just dangerous?
Whoa.
Facts. So
while people went through the sentiments some years ago.
I mean, the
Mm.
seeds for the future are easily planted, and they already are. But anyways, that's an
That's
entire
sad,
different
though.
conversation.
No,
Yeah.
it's and I remember having this this conversation with you, and
Yeah.
I think it was with our friend Lars when I posted
I
some-
don't like this many German people talking to Spanish people about American rights. I'm sorry.
I haven't told
I'm
you.
just
Me, I was born
Sick enough for the
on
white
a military
dudes,
base.
right?
You have the
I-
rights to have these conversations.
Exactly.
These other three don't. Not.
I have not mentioned. I have not
He's like
mentioned how
Naomi.
happy I am.
I'm sorry. Let me just tell you this is a joke. I promise I am not racist in any way. I'll throw a Molotov
Me
cocktail
neither.
at a racist
Okay.
just to have fun and then jump on him and watch the explosion and get little. Let's just stop there. So,
Oh my lips.
yeah. I heard one comedian do a joke. I was like, I'll just rewrite that whole joke with murdering a pedophiliac. They'll still love me in the end.
Oh Jesus
Dead
Christ!
ass.
So that's crazy. Like, Europe look bad on the USA because they kind of felt.
No, I'm
the
not because
same.
I'm still here. I'm still living
He
here. And
loves
I'm a happy
America.
soul.
I'm not saying that,
He
but
just
like what
thought
you
that shit
said,
was
what
funny
you said
about it.
earlier, what like that was
It's
facts.
more like
He
you
does
see
that
the
shit.
irony in like
Exactly.
we watch it more with an ironic element to
Yeah,
it.
it's like a Seinfeld episode for you guys.
feels
It's
like
like,
yes.
Hey,
Yes.
soup Nazis back this week.
All I'm
Shit.
saying is my
Or
mama
the opposite.
recently took a trip to the Netherlands, right?
Yeah.
'Cause she wanted to go smoke weed in Amsterdam. And she was like, them motherfuckers over there was talking big shit about Donald Trump, baby. That shit
They
was
loved him.
Oh
hilarious.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
loved him.
No, they fucking hated his goddamn
That-
guts. That shit was fucking
I
hilarious.
think it was less.
It was a
Trump.
joke.
It's the
She was like,
organization
nah,
and what
my
they
mama
represent.
said, baby, this motherfucker got us the joke of the rest of the world.
I want you guys to understand something.
It's
you know
actually
what?
the people. It's actually the problem is more how many people openly cheered about his
His
attitude, his platform. Yeah.
That's where you're getting into the
I think that was
leftism
more-
and the rightism.
That was more the shocking aspect that people broadly supported. Like we know that was like almost every second American, according to the votes. It was like a 50-50 split, very close to it.
Trump was running against Biden. You know how fun that was for me and the rest of black people.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
All colored people, not only
It's
black
like
people.
clown versus clown.
And look,
All right, you gotta-
here's where
all white people go at each other's throats over Trump and Biden.
Yeah, no,
You know,
crazy.
The funniest thing, though-
back the fuck out.
look, before you start, because I want to give a voice to the people who don't have a voice in here right now, and that is the Trumpers. All right, I'm going to say this, and I took a picture of this during a campaign, and it stuck with me. And here's what it says: not all Trump supporters are racist, but all of them that decided racism isn't a deal breaker.
Isn't
Yeah.
a deal-
I mean,
wait. Racism is.
But all of them
What the
decided
fuck?
that racism isn't a deal breaker.
Bitch, you're racist. If racism isn't a deal breaker, you stupid bitch, you're racist.
Exactly.
And the fucked up part is a lot of white people don't get that shit in America.
okay, all right. You know what? I've had enough.
Oh,
I've
God,
literally
he's
had
right.
enough.
It's okay.
No.
You will be
Why
fine.
you're the only white American here?
No.
Yes,
No.
Yes.
I'm
He's the
tired.
minority over here.
There was a
That's what happened.
There was a
Yeah,
play 15
he's
years
not
ago
racist,
called.
exactly, but
15 years ago,
We're
there was
hurting
no, I'm going to talk about a Broadway play. Okay,
Hey.
Yes.
everybody wants to assume I'm going to go ultra racism, and I want to tell you something real fucking hilarious. I went and saw a bunch of gay people put on a play with puppets to make my point. One of them was the midget from that TV show. I forget his name. The black one. What was his name? You know which one I'm talking about?
No,
Yes,
Wilson.
Wilson. Yes, Wilson. Wilson was in this play, okay? They managed to get Wilson, or someone who looked like Wilson, really well, and then have a guy play a puppet as Wilson tell me that everybody's a little bit racist, okay? So we need to all stop pretending that white people are the worst of them. Guys,
we not.
no. This country is based on Indian blood. And it's time to stop forgetting that. And this country is also built on slavery, specifically where we're sitting. Multiple places still named Plantation. Real talk.
So,
You want to
check.
get over this shit? Start talking to each other. I love having black comedians on my white mics. I love having trans people on my show. I love diversifying. He brought three of you together, and none of you have anything in common. None of you.
That ass.
yeah.
And yet we're all here at the most diversified point in time. Are we not? Me
Yes,
and
we
a
are.
dude who ironically are from the same place but different neighborhoods are doing a podcast in an entire different city south of us. And most of our friends are from Chicago, which is strangely
Yes.
ironic.
Yeah.
So I mean, everybody needs to
Midwest.
fucking chill out and just have a little lightheartedness about this
Well,
shit.
this
We
is-
only get 75 years, and we're making a lot of
I'm
shit
always saying
horrible for no fucking reason.
Lighthearted,
Yeah.
And yet there are things we need to talk about that we don't.
Go ahead, Daniel.
I'm done.
while you're right and tolerance is cool, shit like this is exactly what happened then.
Yes.
People thought, like, this guy's a clown. This is what they talked about Adolf, and he was not even German. He was
Gary
Austrian.
Coleman.
So
Fuck.
it's
Yeah,
like
Gary
this
Coleman,
guy's
dude.
just like propaganda, blah blah blah. Nobody will vote for him, and then out of sudden, because everybody just made it tolerant that it's okay, whatever. Like he can talk and whatever.
Well, see, the
This
way
guy managed with pure propaganda to convince the right people to follow him.
Mhm.
Right.
felt
Because
like-
everybody like said, it's not that bad. It's like cool and whatever. Like let's be tolerant about everything.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
I
right.
feel like it's bigger.
That's
than
what
that.
tolerance brought to everyone
Everything
afterwards.
needs a little toxicity. We can't live in a utopia because most of us can't even live in the same house during quarantine.
Well, no, that's why you need.
And that's real
Yeah.
truth.
I knew
Yeah.
this man Trump was going to win when they let his ass run.
He had the opportunity
a
to
joke.
do something
I
no
knew
one
what
else
the
had.
I was like,
I
no
knew-
way.
Whoa. Hold on. We understand that this, and I get what you're saying right there,
They
100%. The
got Biden to
moment
come
he
up.
won the nomination,
Thank God.
you knew, because of the fact that Trump gave something to a sect of people in this country that they didn't have for quite a while, which is a voice. Because of the fact that as this society, as this nation grows older and older, it becomes a bit wiser, a bit more open, a bit more understanding, a bit more accepting of different cultures, different sex, different lifestyles, different everything. This is a melting pot here in this country. But then there are certain individuals in this country that do have a lot of power that don't agree with what the underclass is moving towards.
The perpetual man.
The perpetual man, exactly. And then you have the angry orange come into power and now is giving everyone that voice. That
But
voice.
why
Yeah,
put
that
Trump as the
president
bad
can be
person
wrong.
there?
Nah, this my whole thing,
That the
right?
presidential
This my
residency
whole
could be
thing, right?
wrong.
Rockefeller once said that don't give me the government, give me the money. Because he got the money, so the government do what the fuck he said.
And going back to the
Now-
cartels, they have a lot of money.
Exactly. So their government do what the
And
fuck they
why
say.
does Mexico look like shit
Understand.
still?
Because
That's
the
what I don't
insides of their
understand.
house.
That shit
it-
perpetrated.
Oh.
You gotta visit Mexico. Some of that shit nice as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Mexico
No,
City.
Some. Do you know how big Mexico is? The coast.
No, I'm
is
hip.
the
I'm
coast.
hip. I'm hip. But like, it's.
I've never been though. But
I look at
It's
see, you
beautiful.
never been, and you telling me that I know. I'm trying
Listen,
to.
I go to
beautiful.
St. Lucia.
I fuck with you. I fuck with you, but hear me out because I'm about to translate it to something personally, like Africa. People like to tell us, "Oh, Africa fucked up." No, the fuck it isn't. Some of it is, but not a lot of it. You dig what I'm saying? That shit nice over there, but see, they broadcast that shit to us, so we don't want to fucking go over there. And then when Africans come over here, when they get debriefed, they tell us stay away from us. So them and us is beefing.
Really?
Yes, really. You dig what I'm saying? So like, but not to digress on the single point I was gonna make about the fact that money controls everything.
Yes.
And who the fuck is Donald Trump? A rich motherfucker.
Not really.
Not really, but
He's
likes to appeal
like
to
an
them.
idea that the idea is he's a power player.
Dig it.
That's the difference. He's
Dig
a
it.
power player.
And
He
he's-
doesn't.
We know people.
But he's a hell of a
What's that?
fucking pawn too.
He's a pawn, but he's
Whoa.
also he's also okay.
All
So
I'm saying.
it's the rules of threes. You know what I'm saying?
What was that?
It was like,
Eddie,
Hold that thought.
Eddie.
Hold that, both of y'all quiet. Hold that thought. Go
Eddie,
ahead.
Eddie, it's the rule of threes. When a guy says he fucks 3 girls, how many girls did he actually fuck?
One.
Exactly. It's the rules of 3. Same thing can be said about Donald Trump. He can say he has $30 million in the bank, but really it's only 10. That's the same play that he's playing.
Assets are different.
His
And that's
ass-
why he's
No,
a hell
he's
of
a
a pawn.
liquidities guy.
That's why
He's
he's
got
a hell
all
of
his
a
money in
pawn.
real estate. That's what he is. He's
That's
a
why
real
he's
estate
hell of a
hustler.
pawn,
So
because you can drive this nigga off his ego alone.
Mhm. Go ahead,
You
Daniel.
know,
Because
He can be in a different house every day
I
of the
know.
week.
I'm trying to
yeah, go ahead. Go
but
ahead. I want
yes.
Daniel to have the mic right now. Go ahead.
Pick his brain.
no, it's for me. It's more putting Trump as a devil. It's not the problem. He just fulfilled a need. The
Mhm.
challenge is all the people that
Yeah.
It
actually,
was the people.
out of a sudden, felt strong, expressing their opinions that are just
Exactly.
not.
Yeah,
And-
because
Leftism?
here's
he
down and
just
shit.
he just filled a
But
need.
That's why I
Yeah.
said he's a hell of a pawn.
Yeah, one.
Because
Yeah,
He
doesn't
spread
give a
awareness
fuck.
awareness to racism.
He doesn't give a fuck.
That's what happened.
So he doesn't have any handle on goddamn tact. He said what the fuck he felt. That's why I kind of fucked with him, because he was the most honest president probably I've heard in a minute. He said what the fuck was really on his mind.
Which
dumb-
was
dumb as
nothing.
fuck it
his
all.
educational
No,
level.
I don't give a fuck
and
how
his
but it
stupid it
represents
was.
the educational
communication-
level of the
his
country.
His communication
One.
skills like suck balls. Like,
No, he had a point. It represents the educational level of the country at the moment,
Like,
because we do not push
dun, dun,
country
dun.
like that. We don't, as
No.
a country, we don't push education as
No, we
much as we
don't.
do sports.
No, and if you're
No,
rich,
no,
you
no.
get
I
education.
should,
If you're
though.
And
not,
then we
it's
don't
hard.
push sports as
But
much
we
as we do
don't.
fucking jailing
Spend
people
on-
either.
Well, don't forget this.
And I'm
We,
not
li-
talking
we,
about
we,
just
we
that.
live in a country where
Everybody.
we put more money and more power into our military defense than we do here at home.
Exactly.
Even beyond that, all right? Break it even down further, all right? We give local estates of police fucking military-grade weapons, all right?
To
That
fuck
is
with people.
to deal with a civilian problem. I don't give a shit what mass shooting is happening. There is no reason for a tank to roll down Orange Avenue.
Dead ass.
Feel me.
I would be there
That shit is a setup.
Feel
taking
me.
a picture, though.
That's
Drop.
oppression.
I would be
That's
there taking a picture.
oppression.
And that's why I'm saying this motherfucker's a hell of a pawn, because he can say all this fuck shit that's on his mind and voice for a bunch of people that's like, oh, now I can do it.
Okay, let me ask you
You
this,
see
though.
what I'm saying? Like,
Let me-
no. When little black boys seen Obama,
His
they felt
accent
like they
got
could
in
run
there.
for the fucking president.
Right.
You understand where I'm
Yes.
coming from? So when your other president behind him comes out and says the most racist and sexist and stupid ass shit and gets the fuck away with it, what you think everybody else gonna do? We can storm this goddamn Capitol because Donald Trey Trump's our motherfucking boss. We gonna storm
Yeah.
this goddamn Capitol.
You know
We gonna
what?
get on this
And they
summit so we gonna
start
get away with it.
grabbing girls by the pussy, and then they think that it's okay.
And the only funny ass response we get from that is pussy grabs back.
Oh my Lisa.
Hey, Stormy talked.
I'm so done.
I forgot about Stormy Daniels.
A lot of us
Jesus.
did.
Oh my God.
A lot of
It's
us did.
starting to
Oh
miss
my
though.
God.
It's starting to miss though.
Yeah.
You know.
But no,
I mean,
but
that's-
you feel where I'm coming from? So like,
Yeah.
and he not even tripping off the fact that he could be used. He
He
don't
didn't
give a
say
fuck.
shit.
He don't have to make like, nah, bitch. I'm gonna say what I want.
I
I'm done.
I love.
I could be the president. I'm the president now too under my
He
shit.
said, "I bought that presidency."
Like a motherfucker. Nah, he kissed
Play
ass for
with
that
it.
bitch.
But no, with go ahead.
It's just like Donald Trump. In the very
Ooh.
beginning. In the very beginning.
He can spend.
Tara Cutter says right here, he portrays a man with lots of money that he can spend and earn.
Right.
portrays. That's the key word.
Yeah.
Portrays.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Hey, she got
You know
it.
what?
Wasn't
I
Donald
wanna
Trump an
say
actor?
something
Like
nice.
that,
Yeah,
I like the
she
way she said that though. It
Very
brings you to a
eloquently.
real good Donald Trump story that like basically puts a perspective on this man as a whole for me.
Can I get my last word in and then I'm
My
done
bad,
with Trump?
Yeah,
my bad.
All right.
Go for
So I want to say this about Donald Trump. He had beyond the believability, there was the actual word of hope when Donald Trump took office.
in the beginning.
Because he was a private citizen who was never integrated into the political sphere. Yes, I'm
Never
sure.
held
no
an elected
education.
office.
No
Never held an
I'm
elected
sure he
educational
had-
background.
I'm sure he was a shady businessman, which he has shown through the years in constant record. But you know what? That has no merit on political office, to be said. So
Yeah,
moving forward, it shows that he was a business player. And if you look at most of the people who are actually in Wall Street and how they got their first million or so, it's ugly as fucking most people got.
It's democracy.
It's capitalism.
Oh,
I mean,
it's capitalism.
when you show
Wait,
weakness,
votes-
we'll attack.
Votes are democracy, though.
Yes, but I'm
Nah,
not.
we
I'm
gotta
not
see
integrating
you
into
on
his political
democracy.
stuff yet.
Yeah.
Previously, Donald Trump was an outspoken businessman who managed to get to close to a political office. If he had not chosen either party and ran as an independent, we could be sitting in one of the most utopic states that we have. Instead, we have Ron DeSantis fucking up our day-to-day life. We have our north of Georgia
sad. I support Ron
voting
DeSantis.
issues that are nonstop, huddle houses that are on every corner that Waffle Houses are on, which is a fucking crime because they're confusing.
Can we switch back to sex?
Can we go back to sex?
Yeah,
Sure.
can we go back to sex?
Let's go
I
back
don't
to
know.
sex.
Politics
Let's go back
sucks.
to sex.
Yeah, and
What?
we're gonna do
Oh.
this within 10
Yeah.
minutes because I know you got your birthday. You got shit to do.
I got rock
You
out
got a
there.
husband. You got a lot of dogs.
I got
I got a wife, a kid, but dogs too. Yeah.
My wife literally just went to work. Party on. It's time to rise a rage.
So
I'm
earlier,
out
earlier
tonight.
in the conversation, we
She's back at 6
Daniel,
a.m.
actually beginning of the show, Daniel and I were talking in regards to sex workers.
Mm.
And I told him to like hold that thought because we're gonna have someone who basically advocates and gives a voice to a practice here in the States that does get a frowny face from a majority of people. Now,
Yeah.
now mind you, we're open.
It's
Now, we're
changed a
talking-
little
With
bit.
this- everyone,
Are we talking
it-
sex workers and
and
grown ass women consensually
It's
fucking for money?
consensual
Yeah.
sexual activity.
Man, what the fuck is everybody's problem then? Let that shit rock. It's
Mhm.
like porn, my nigga. You know,
So that's
porn
when
star chicks is
morals
like the
come
cleanest
into
chicks you can
play.
fuck, bro.
No.
People-
This
fucking
podcast is not based on any god. That's the problem. Is
But that's-
morality is left at that fucking door. That's why we talk about
Absolutely.
this
And
shit.
that's why I'm talking.
But that's where
shit I'm talking.
morals come into play
Uh.
with commissioners and
Yeah.
ordinances and this and that.
OnlyFans.
Can you call-
OnlyFans,
Can you call
hashtag-
Jackson? I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry.
Well, all I'm
Our
saying
porn
is-
correspondent.
You see what I'm saying? Like, but that's how deep the porn shit is. To the point to where it's now you got motherfuckers like OnlyFans and shit put in the hands of motherfucker like Sarah and them who got locked down on motherfucking COVID lockdown. The bitch couldn't make no money, but she got a fat ass and pretty toes, so she open fans and the shit out that shit.
Yep.
And anytime she could sneak some COVID dick over there, now she got a new nigga on the motherfucking show, and they making money and shit. Like, look. It's one of my favorite rappers named Sauce Walker. One of his girlfriends and shit, like, he got bitches. This bitch done made over 400,000 on her OnlyFans over 4 years off of just her fucking feet.
So is there any
Off her
laws
feet, nigga.
regulating OnlyFans?
No, the only thing
Because that's cyber.
The
security.
only
So-
law
Right.
that is applied to content creators, sex workers that participate in OnlyFans is tax.
Exactly.
That's
As long
the
as you pay your
only.
So if you're in
That is the
Florida-
only law, and of course,
OnlyFans is the biggest
enfor-
pimp in the world.
the
That's how software works, by the way. I
Hey.
can't tell you stories.
Spicy.
I'm in the business,
the
man.
only other law that gets applied to OnlyFans is age. That's the only other
Well,
law.
of course, because
Yeah,
as
'cause you
a,
can't
if
see,
you're
like, no
Exactly.
little
So
ass
everything
titties.
else on OnlyFans is
Ladies-
unregulated.
ladies and gentlemen,
we've had guests on the show that have talked about content creators, sex workers that have
Yeah.
talked about how there is nothing in place to protect them. They've been victims
Really?
of
See,
fraud.
I'm
They've been victims of
I'm going to talk
abuse,
to those people.
of
That should be a
aggressive
next one.
communications from fans and things like that. And there's nothing in place that is there to protect them because they do something that is, in a sense, in this nation, frowned upon. Go ahead.
They gotta find.
No,
the right
nothing.
thing,
I think
baby.
But
it's like
it
you're
shouldn't
right.
be frowned
gotta find the
upon
right
because
thing.
that's where you're mixing like your business with pleasure type of
Mhm.
thing. Because that's what you believe in. It's not like that's if it's consensual and it's my body, that should be legal regardless.
Correct.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because if I choose to pick up that cigarette and I'm gonna smoke or whatever, and if I'm gonna smoke when I'm pregnant, like you can't tell me what to do because I heard that on Charlamagne the God this morning, about pregnant women smoking cigarettes. It's frowned upon, yes, but by law, that's your body.
Yeah.
That's your right. And yes, sir.
The IRS says that someone who is self-employed, if they meet one of these conditions, someone who carries on a trade or business as a sole proprietor or an independent contractor. Now, based upon the bylines of everything that OnlyFans is, you need to basically report your earnings if you're in that industry. And
Yes.
it's very easily
It's a tax
done.
license.
It's a tax license. So
Yep.
as opposed to...
You can have one for selling cannabis.
Absolutely.
I
You
want one of those.
I can help you. I do consultation services for the
Alright,
medical
bet.
marijuana and the hemp industry.
Let's talk after this show.
Yes.
I know
Because
the
real
market is
business
shit.
happens after the show.
But no, as someone who advocates and pushes for more equality and more rules and regulations that are going to benefit the people who participate in OnlyFans and porn, sex workers, people along
adult
those lines,
entertainment
the adult entertainment industry. What is like one thing that, given a platform right now, like what is one thing that you want to get across in regards to how society sees sex workers?
Don't take cash.
I mean, there's always other options for
Venmo,
besides
Cash App.
taking cash, which is already in
Non-fungible
play.
tokens that girls
But
can
I mean,
use.
the thing is like, see, I'm very double-sided because I'm a Gemini. So I have the medical marijuana, the marijuana industry, the cannabis industry here in Florida. I advocated and I lobbied because you're trying to break a stigma. Because what you may seem that I can take for myself as medicinal products, you may not like that, but it works for me. So what works for me can't work for you. That's human nature. So you got to take the same concept and you maneuver that into the sex industry, to the adult industry. Some people may not like that, but you know what? Some other people do. That's a freedom. That's a human race. That's differentiality between people.
Yeah.
You're taking that. You're not going to be a communist, country. You're not this. You're not that. Like, you're just people at the end of the day. What you like is difference. So it's like you gotta
You're not
take
looking
I
that.
just
for 20
realized that I
bucks,
did not
correct?
get my cash back from 7-Eleven.
I'm so done.
Yeah, I was like, you're not.
But you get what I'm saying.
That nigga
You
got
know,
robbed.
it's like at the end of the day, like
That nigga
you know,
put that cash
you gotta
back in
let
his pocket.
prostitution is the oldest industry
Business,
in the books for
Hell
women.
yeah.
And it has maneuvered into men too because certain men want to have like a freaking male stripper
Yeah.
and a male. I go into
Everybody wants to have a freaky fetish and wants to
You're
get
like,
away
you
with
know
it.
what? I like
I'ma-
ass and
I'ma
titties,
just
and I
say-
like a little big dick
I'ma
too.
say-
So.
That's.
Wiggle, wiggle.
I'm gonna say all that shit's been going on since forever.
Yeah.
Like real.
Yeah, but now it's
Like,
commercialized
there's
and
nothing-
taxable.
there's no- yeah, that's all.
So it's
it
like
is.
it's such
That's all
a
it is.
such
The
a
government wants
non-talked
theirs.
industry. It's an industry that's
everything.
been active for hundreds of years, but no
Absolutely.
one wants to talk about it because they're ashamed. It's like, why do you got to be ashamed? You want to
Right.
say that you like pussy, you like dick and everything. You listen to the music, but you don't want to talk about like the rest of the world and what they're doing.
Did anyone notice how she kind of switched when she was talking right there?
Oh, I got.
I heard it. I heard it.
Yeah.
I heard it. But
Shit, we heard that Costa Rica.
My favorite moment with law
Hold on.
enforcement is this guy was walking back to his car. He was a cop and he was getting off duty, and he rolls his windows down, and Little Boozy starts playing out of the cop's car that he just left to go home and work. I'm like, Little Boozy almost killed a cop, right? I mean, what
He don't give
what?
a fuck.
It was-
He
But
must not
that doesn't
listen.
mean, but what you think is right or wrong, that's another person.
But if we're talking about morality, I just gave the silliest of the silly. Is that
It's-
literally the
morality
people?
bends
Yeah.
with people's
Issues
beliefs.
return.
You
Yeah.
always remember that.
Yeah, everything's on fire. That's why I like it.
All right, so as we're wrapping up, yeah,
Is he
our
hitting
attorney,
on that?
our attorney just walked through.
Oh.
Yeah, Letitia, you got a fan in here.
Oh my god.
I can feel her blush. I can feel her blush. But Daniel,
somebody tell you it's beautiful today. If not, I'm happy to be the first, baby. All them other people just scared.
You happily obliged.
but Daniel, I'm gonna ask you this as we're wrapping up. You've been in this country for quite a while.
6 years.
You've been in the country for quite a while.
Oh.
She got ass.
You've been able to establish a beautiful
horrible
home for
fucking
you and your
person.
family.
I'm not a sex worker.
You're not a sex worker.
You're not a sex worker. Okay, good job.
That's not how I got there.
I want to hear.
Okay.
I want to hear just a quick summary, like from what you've heard from this panel throughout the entire episode. Like, what's one thing you take away?
Tell me your Republican angle. I want to hear everything, what you think about them and me and this one. That was fun.
Not a lot. That everything that was said here is so obvious to us, and I say us to me and my wife because we are the one who discuss everything we see in this country that for us is so wrong. Would be interesting to have the discussion how many women actually go and do the job because there's nothing else they can do,
Well, I mean, it's not. It's not
because they
not
have no
about
other
that.
option to support their family, and that's
Well,
the
what
last
about the
desperate
women
step.
that like doing it?
And that's what I would like
What
to
about the
know.
women
That ratio. What is it?
Fuck with her on that,
It-
though,
it-
because there's some
It's
chicks
a
out here that's
huge ratio.
about that.
I'm not-
Because
yeah, I don't know.
once you have an income for you and your family, because these women are family, like they got.
But
kids
are you
and stuff.
really going back home to your kids
Let me
and
tell
saying,
you.
I had,
I wanna
I
tell
had
you
an
something.
awesome
Let me tell
day
you
at
something.
work?
Let me
Nah,
tell you
I know
something.
it's
Not a
If you're,
cathartic.
if you're making
Wasn't it
like
also- it was a
$5,000,
hard
if you're
day at
making
work.
$5,000 a night and everything, doing what you're
Real
doing,
nigga shit.
and you're like, oh, it's not that bad. I'm built for that.
Yo,
People
nah,
are
like,
built for certain things to do.
whole time.
It's their whole mentality and everything.
I know
Not
it's
everyone-
Our
sex
friend-
act.
Look,
I
look,
know
look,
it's
look.
You gotta-
sex
you gotta-
act.
No, no,
you gotta
that's
look
why I'm
at
just.
it.
Nothing else.
I'm always
Listen,
just.
I'm not talking about
But nah, she
nymphomania.
Nah, she
like,
a nympho, right? And then she
That's
like,
my
chose
favorite
that
movie
life,
of
but
all
she
time.
like,
I'm
bro,
not
she
even
get
lying
bad.
either.
Well, no,
I'm a
he-
weirdo.
he-
But an
he-
infomaniac doesn't have to
She
do it for the
double
money. She do it for the fun.
But
Yeah.
what
But
if you
she
get
still
paid to
getting
do
bagged. This bitch
like
is
that?
double dipping.
You could be a gamer and you can play video games
and
all
earn money.
day, and
Yeah.
you could get paid for that. If I like to fuck all day, that I could get paid for that. That
That-
should be my
that's-
fucking
and-
choice.
and-
You
and
sound
that's-
like my homegirl.
And this is where
I'm sorry,
This is
my
where I digress.
profanity came
This is
out.
where I
do
digress on
apologize.
everything right there. No,
You're
you're
fine.
absolutely right.
Shit.
Look,
You're fine.
you're
No, it's
reset,
Okay.
reset. You're absolutely right. There are people who could take 7 dicks in a day and go home, to the family. There are people who can get behind a mic for hours on end and go home to the family. It depends on what you're comfortable with, what are your skills, what are you able to do, what are you comfortable with, and what you're willing to do to put food on the table, to put clothes on your clothes. Clothes on your kids, and a roof over your family.
absolutely.
Yeah,
They just
it's true.
fucking and getting this
Oh,
bag.
yeah, and that's their comfortability. That's their
They
acceptance,
love
and
it.
that's what they're wanting and willing to do.
Right.
For a society itself to judge and just put a label on sex workers,
I'm not
on anyone.
I'm not just.
And you know what? I'm
On
just gonna
crypto
flip it
I'm with
because
y'all on
because
that.
the
Crypto
judgment
guys are the
a
worst.
majority of the people that come in and start judging anyone who's doing things that aren't to their platform, to their liking. Oh no, that's just wrong. Well, you know what? If you're going off of that sect, then I'm going to throw the sect at you. Let he without sin be the one to cast the first stone.
Exactly.
Look in the mirror
Absolutely.
and judge yourself before you start judging everyone else.
No, I don't
Absolutely.
be mad at sex workers. No, I don't like ever judge them. Like this is like a hood thing though.
Yeah.
Like you may
But it's not a
judge
hood
some of
thing.
them.
Do
No,
you
I'm
know
talking
a
about-
white man had advocated for lap dances in Tampa, and he advocated for medical
Nah,
marijuana
I'm not
too.
saying it like I'm separating it.
I'm just letting
giving
you
the
know.
perspective though from where I'm from.
One more
You feel
thought
what I'm
And I'm
for you.
letting you
Yeah.
know
I'm trying.
too.
Nah, not even. What I'm trying to do is draw.
He
a
advocated
connection.
for everyone.
Nah, but
It doesn't matter what race you are.
I'm telling you why a lot of people in the hood don't judge. You dig what I'm saying?
Because it's a normality. And that's
Not
the way
even-
of living.
It's
Not
a part
even
of the
normality, not even normality.
But it's not
like,
only in the
let's say-
hood though. You can have
Exactly.
like the freaking New Smyrna Beach got freaking titty bars right across there. A1A.
I thought I was going deeper, like bitches in the streets, but okay.
Oh my god.
You see what I'm saying? That's why you kind of gotta let a motherfucker talk. You know what I'm saying? Let a motherfucker finish it.
I'm a
say.
Gemini.
And letting a motherfucker finish what he's saying. Go ahead.
All right, simply put,
Tupac's mom
like
story.
a lot of motherfuckers in the hood understand why and how a motherfucker can even get to that position. First of all,
Correct.
second of all, shit, like a motherfucker like me who say got to check a pass and shit. Like I've been hustling this shit before. How I'm gonna sell somebody mama some drugs and shit and look at a chick who's selling her own ass and shit and be like, oh, she ain't killing nobody, she's fucking.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
No, I feel you.
Like gang members
Any
can't
means
do that.
necessary.
They
But-
popping
but-
motherfuckers for whatever, and you think they gonna look down their nose at the chick who's just selling
No,
ass?
and you understand
Nah,
it. You understand,
it
and you're
don't work like
accepting.
that.
You're
So
you
what's the
understand
difference between gang members and military?
I'm not
Once
a government grant.
a government approval
A stipend
Yeah.
and a stipend, and
You're
they
welcome.
let that shit go.
and order.
Yeah.
Look, we all
Nah,
we
gangs
all
got
No,
order like
discipline
fuck.
order.
We-
You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about, like regiment order.
we all in a
Shit.
sense
There's
are
a little flexibility.
we all in a
A
sense
little
are
bit, but they
slaves to the
still kinda
system.
rigid.
We all in a sense
Absolutely.
we all let me finish this thought. Let me finish this thought. We all in a sense are slaves to the system. We all hoard ourselves in our field of work, whether it's comedy, whether it's advocacy, whether it's whatever you do.
I was cryptic, I know.
Exactly. So I'll just
Did
leave
you
it.
Red
mention
line.
crypto?
I'll just leave
YOLO
it like
It's
that.
a red line over there.
Just
Yeah.
don't speak on his shit.
Yes.
Just let it be.
But as
he
we're
like,
wrapping
he
up-
like Tommy from Martin and shit. You got a job. We just can't prove what it is. Don't ask what. See, everybody think Tommy ain't got a job. He had that bad. You just don't want to know what Tommy do. Tommy do his job.
So-
Whatever the fuck it is.
With your final thought, go ahead, because I know you're about to say something.
Didn't he already have like a
No. He didn't.
silent?
While I 100% respect the initiative,
Thank you.
and I think it's as important as the other side of the initiative, like who's helping this woman off the street. On the other hand, like balancing both acts.
And
to see-
there is. And it's
yeah,
the
because
thing
I'm
is
zero
that
informed to be honest.
people
Like
don't
when he told
market
me,
that
that's what's
either.
up.
right when I came in, it's like
He's dropping the
Like
mic on insincerity.
and
yeah.
explain
There you go.
what you're doing.
He's
You're a
nervous.
hand talker.
No, it
Put
was
your
like,
hands
yeah.
down.
When he explained what you're doing, it's like, whoa, that's a thing. Like
It
I
is.
never even thought about, first of all, how illegal it might be or not be, and like I never spent a thought about it properly, to be honest. And then when I was like, this actually makes sense, because again, as they pay taxes, they should earn rights as any other worker in this country to have similar, identical rights.
They're
You're
contracted
at this
workers.
stage, it's a piece of work at the end of the day, as ethical or non-ethical for some people it might be.
There it is.
You know what?
On the other hand,
Ethical or
is
non-ethical? That's
I have no clue how many programs are to support this woman to actually not needing to do it.
you'd be surprised on how much supporters the community provides.
And that's also an interesting
But
part.
people don't know about that.
No, I
So
like
it's
if
like-
you're
I have
not in
zero
it, you don't
clue.
know about it.
Hold on. I beg to differ.
Okay.
Even
that's
before, it's educating at the end of the day. You're not educating your citizens and your municipalities and your counties and everything about what is offered to the people that are going to jail
fair. That's true.
for prostitution,
And again,
for
it goes-
getting
goes back
raped.
to
You're going to
education.
jail for
Yes.
getting raped. You're going
Yep.
to jail for getting raped.
Yeah.
That at the end of the day, that's why it intrigues me, because like you hear about the red light district and how certain brothels, they have medical cards. You know, they actually pay for their health insurance. So a
Right.
lot of the pointers that you pointed out, it is facts, because
Right.
I've researched that.
Yeah.
So it's
And
very
interesting, yeah.
intriguing.
And we're
Yes.
we're gonna close on that one because, like I said, I know everyone. You want to say one last thing?
Nah, I'm out.
Okay. Beautiful.
Mic
But
drop.
I want to take this time real quick to thank everybody here, because today's episode is by far one of my favorites, because we had across the board, and you put it so well earlier, where complete different backgrounds, complete
Yeah.
different points of views,
Yeah.
and at the same time,
Still objectified though. Yeah.
No, because
It's
wait a
different
minute.
perspectives,
Yeah.
too. But at
We
the
don't
end
have
of the
one
day, we all-
representative of a Republican Party right here at
Right.
this
Oh my
table,
God, yeah.
so we are opinionated.
We
Excuse me,
let,
I'm
we
a
let the guy
libertarian.
named Daniel from somewhere else play the Republican today. I like
No,
that.
it's not my president because I can vote in this country. So
Oh.
I'm Switzerland right here, man. Right now.
so I know Daniel's not going to plug anything because we already talked about that earlier. Unless you do want to plug something, anything you want to shout out or anything?
No.
Okay, Erica, go ahead and do your plug.
Thank you very much. majority of the conversation tonight was on studies, sex trafficking, exploitation, abuse, dismantling, incorporated. The president of the nonprofit 501c3 is Paul O'Connor. You go to steady.org, steadi.org, and you can find out more information on what we are trying to initiate here in
Can you
Orange
put
County.
that in the feed and then also put that in the bio?
Can you spell the website one more time?
STEADI.org.
Yes, sir.
STD.
No.
No.
I'm gonna beat you. I'm
This
so
is
gonna
horrible.
beat you right now.
STE.
ADI.org. It's a concern, and I think we should go there and get educated in this. Like, it's one thing to come in uninformed and be silly about it, but really, these women are not being
And at the end of the
most
day,
equally
it's
as-
bringing more awareness.
Right.
Like, simple posters in restrooms are not going to help women.
Right.
You know, like you putting up a freaking poster, like what the fuck. So it's like actually putting regulations and bringing awareness to the police, law enforcement. Law
Right.
enforcement, you'd be surprised on how much law enforcement are getting money in doing this in Orange County and
Mhm.
getting paid off.
I want to see
Wow.
a project
So-
where a brothel is turned into an educational institution where people go in with an expectation and walk out with a completely different perspective.
You'd be surprised. They're trying
Yeah.
to focus more
Sorry,
on
no
human
sex for you
trafficking.
today, but
In
we'll
the
educate
90s,
you
we
what's
called
right
that-
or wrong.
You're gonna learn today.
Yeah, in the 90s, we would call that, you're going to visit the pimp's house, and you'll find out after that if you're about this life.
Eddie K,
And
go
that's-
ahead.
that's
All
true.
right, cool. I want to tell everybody follow my Instagram, EDDYK _DA
Damn, that's so
Underscore
technical. Hold on.
coolest.
Hold on.
You gotta go.
Hold on. Let me-
EDDYK
EDDYK
underscore
the like DA
DA
coolest.
COOLE.
Excuse me.
I
What's
would
the first letter? Oh, EDDY.
DYK.
Like a DUI.
There you go. It's up on the screen right
There.
there.
Did you just touch my phone?
Excuse me.
Oh. Do you have hand sanitizer?
We do over
Right there,
in each
right there.
side of the building.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay, thank you. I'm just
Oh,
playing.
I was about to say, you better not carry on.
Karen.
Exactly.
Uh,
I fresh out the
well,
shower.
Aaron, go ahead.
We have a comedy show eventually coming up at Grumpy's. That's 1018 North
I didn't
Mills.
even get the
I'll
shower
be
over some shit.
Oh,
advertising it on our website. So, yeah, you can do that.
Go ahead, Eddie.
Hold on.
Also,
is that tonight?
YOLO Doge. Give me more money by buying more so I can cash out.
Hell yeah, more doge. Oh yeah. and
YOLO
then I wanna
Doge.
Tell everybody
don't even
if
know
you're
what
not
that
doing anything tonight. If you are not doing anything and you want to find some fun shit to do, you cannot find a better collection of comedians and local musical talent for $10. Come to Uncle Lou's tonight at 10 p.m. We start my birthday bash. You dig what I'm saying? We're gonna party in 10 until 12 until my actual birthday, maybe a little later. Y'all come on down and party with the cool kids.
There you go.
And I also want to shout out Super Dave. He's such a good story. Super Dave.
Check me out July 14th, 21st, and 28th. I'll be hosting trivia at Graffiti Junction in Thornton Park. We're gonna have prizes. We're gonna have crazy topics for those 3 weeks of trivia. So come check it out. It is Graffiti Junction in Thornton Park. Also, check out withasideofchaos.com. All our previous episodes available on iHeart, Spotify, Spreaker, all over the place, or wherever you get your podcasts. And last but not least, make sure to vote for With the Side of Chaos for best local
I'm trying to
podcast
find that banner
or-
and it's not there.
for Orlando Weekly.
I voted.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Create a banner.
You voted.
Guilty.
Vote.
Don't put your hand up like that.
I'll go with it.
I'm guilty.
But as always, if you're not laughing, you're not living.
You forced me to use social media again, by the way.
I'm happy.
My
Don't-
man,
Because
Don't
don't
worry.
use social media, by the way. Don't. That's
Hey,
the only
that's
advice
That's
I
why
can give
I'm
anyone.
stock crypto follower 665.
Oh my god.
IP address
Show,
China.
right?
No.
That's how I got on the show.
No.
And don't worry, me and Merkel are going to work on some coins this weekend in the cryptocurrency because she's going to shut some shit down and I'm going to get rich off of it.
I'm
But,
so done.
Thank you, Angela.
But as always, if you're not laughing, you're not living. Live every day to the fullest, but always do it
Side of chaos. I guess I'll be nice tonight.
I
Vote
appreciate-
for us for best of podcast because those other guys have been in that category for way too fucking long and they need to retire.
And we will
At
appreciate
least from awards. They don't even care. Vote for us. They care about us, even though you said some bad shit last week.
My apologies.
Yeah,
Bye.
you apologize to Paul and Dan, you mother.